Hello, welcome to Record Time. Record Time is a weekly Akashic experience where we explore simple and mysterious themes through the lens of the Akashic Records. I am happy to be here with you today. Thanks for being here with me. My name is Mina, and I'm an Akashic Record reader and a meditation teacher. And if you're new and are unsure what the Akashic Records are, I invite you to check out my website, which is minaruchi.com. And there I have some videos explaining what the records are, what a reading is. You can even watch me give readings to people there. There's videos of me reading for folks so you can see what that's really like, as well as a bunch of other goodies. There's a lot waiting for you there. But for now, I invite you, if it's safe and accessible, if you're able to bring your attention to this, to just close your eyes and give yourself a moment to relax into where you are right now. And if you're not multitasking, and if it is safe, you can really feel what it would feel like to melt into this moment. Are you holding tension anywhere? Could that be softened or relaxed? And just play inside the inquiry of melting into the moment and what that might feel like. Continue to just settle in and melt and arrive as I tune into the records. So the inquiry or the topic for today is integration and receiving. And what are those things? What does integration look like? What does receiving look like? So let's dive into it. So people use the word integration a lot, and I think generally the way that I've heard it, people are pointing at or getting at the same thing. But I'll just go ahead and express what I mean right now when I'm using the word integration at this moment. And it goes hand in hand with receiving. So you can think about receiving something or integrating something in terms of a perspective or in terms of life or in terms of almost like an intuitive knowing or download or message, whatever that might be to you. So it could be, perspective or a teaching, someone else's or another's point of view. Or it could just be something that's happening in life that you're integrating, an experience that's happening. Or it could be your own perspective or a perspective that's like gifted to you through intuition or intuitive knowing. So when I say integrating those or receiving those, to integrate those things, they're almost showing like a porous self, right? So it's like when you're integrating something intentionally, it's like it's almost like holding up a funnel or creating yourself as a funnel, holding yourself as a funnel with the intention of allowing in what will serve you, what is meant for you, what is benevolent. And naturally, the other side of that is naturally releasing or allowing what is not meant for you, what is ready to be released, what is not yours, allowing that to naturally, freely pass through you, right? With no harm being done to the system. So, yeah, thinking of yourself, thinking of this like integration process, this process of receiving and holding something. That's really what receiving and integration is. It's allowing something in, holding what you wish to, holding what is yours, and releasing naturally, effortlessly what is not yours and what is ready to be let go of. So you're saying, what does that look like, and what is the point of integration? And really, like, there's a temptation almost of thinking about like, oh, processing something. I'm integrating that. I'm thinking about it. I'm chewing on that. There's an invitation there to think about this in like a mental thinking, logical capacity. There's nothing wrong with that, but that's not exactly what I'm talking about right now. When I'm talking about integrating a perspective or integrating, right, like an intuitive knowing or a gift or an experience that life is giving to you, something that's happening in your life right now, integrating those things, it's like this process of letting it land deeper within yourself, not in the mind. It's not integrating like a piece of knowledge where you learn some material maybe in school and then you have to like wait and rest and then it kind of sinks in. It's similar to that, but it's not that, because that whole process happens in the mind. Integration at a deeper level is letting something drop down into your being in a way that it belongs to you. It almost becomes part of you. And maybe it's something that becomes yours temporarily, or maybe it's something that stays for a long time and like really becomes, part of your being and part of how you approach and relate to life and to perspectives and to other people. And there's more around this. I'm just gonna see what else they have to share. Yeah, it's this process of just letting things drop more deeply into it. And they're offering us that if you feel like there's an experience in your life or a perspective or something that you wish to receive and integrate deeply, can you let go of the need or the desire to ever understand it with your mind? And that is a tough one. They're not saying even like let go of that desire to understand things with your mind permanently, but it's like in this integration process, can you let go of your desire to understand things mentally for a moment? Can you release that for a moment? And then you can come back to it if you wish to. But can you sit in the unknown? Can you sit in the space of, I don't get this up here, and yet it is still so valid and meaningful and resonant at a different place within myself, at a different level of depth within myself. So it's really like spending a moment unhooking your whole identity from mental understanding and being open to the possibility that as something is integrating within yourself, it's possible that it's just going down past the mind to somewhere deeper, right? Or your center. Ideally, in my point of view, I feel like letting something drop into your center is where it really integrates. And there's a difference between like really getting something deeply, like in your being, in your belly, in your feet, in your bones, versus like being able to know something up here and maybe articulate it really clearly. But there's like a lack of resonance of like real knowing, real experiential, alive understanding of something. And so if you feel like there's something big, right, that you're processing, that's kind of coming through or moving through you, the invitation here, all of that was to say, you're being invited to let go of the need to understand things only and predominantly with your mind. Being open to things landing within you and mingling, being received by a deeper, more ancient intelligence within you. It's almost like letting things drop down below the mind, letting it pass down, letting it move lower than that, deeper than that, and not catching everything up here, not forming an opinion about everything up here, not trying to master it through your intelligence, your mental intelligence, and letting something really touch you and move down deep into you, where it doesn't matter if you can explain it with words because you know it and it is yours and you understand it in a way that is more tactile, in a way it's almost more tangible. You can feel it and not just explain it. So that's where I'm going to leave you for today. This one was a little bit more abstract, but I hope you got something out of it. And even if the thing you got out of it was, that made no sense, or I didn't like that, that's great too. Maybe it pointed you in the direction of clarity for yourself. All right. I'm wishing you well until next time. Namaste.